Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more to Grigsby's War in the West. As we have just transferred a few BF-109s and some Focke-Wulfs. So, not much else actually. We'll leave this up for the time being. How are we going over here? Right, so we have 3,519 in our land value, so it is starting to work, well, pays for itself having these units refitted. 14,148 guns, 40,140 guns. That's pretty good. I could have them put back onto the line. That gives us a decent amount, so I can take some other divisions that are hurting, namely these Jaeger divisions, and have them sent for refit. I wish you could sort by numbers, that'd be great. I suppose you can see, like, here the combat values. So we're looking for the worst of the worst, i.e. the guys who have been hurt. Actually, no, they're not too bad. We do have a number of reserve divisions, right, 3,000 men, but the 205th has seen some extreme action, man. So they could do with a break from the front line. The 167th, 6,000 men. Unacceptable. This division here is technically under strength, which is rather interesting, so we'll have you sent for reinforcement and just replenishment indeed. Okay. Some of the AA's taken some damage here. AA's not too bad, however. Jagdpanzers, they're already on refit, okay. Mixed Stugs, yep, they're on refit. Okay. I don't think it'll be, I think it'll be a long time before I start by taking anything from the east. I don't think I'll take really anything from the east. The good news is they've just received some reinforcements this turn. We can take a look at those reinforcements in a following moment. But now, it's the Panzer divisions I'm most interested in having refitted. Right, I could afford to do that. The conditions here are fairly decent. I mean, there is some Soviet potential here, which is kind of meh, but the important thing is that we are experiencing a fluid front, which is a much better than a critical front. I'd rather not have critical. So that's not too bad. But if I can get these Panzer divisions into full working condition, I think that's going to be worth a hell of a lot more. I mean, sure, we're going to lose a little bit out in this following phase, but for these Panzer divisions to be fully ready to go, then that's very important. Right, this Norway Brigade. Heavy Panzers, so that's going to be like Tigers, that sort of thing. So I would like them to be sent. I could afford for you to be sent out too, but we'll go for the one who is actually weakest here. Okay, looking good. Right, so motorized. It's the infantry divisions that really concern me. So we're going to look for the ones that are beaten up the most, right? So we have the 88th division over here, which is absolutely just been bloodied. More than bloodied. Right then, so 3,314 land value. This is the technical, yep, we're technically correct here, 3,312 plus, that's fine. So technically correct is the best form of correct, so we can deal with that. So some more forces will see some well-needed time away from the Eastern Front and the hell that it has become. Right, weather. The weather on the ground is pretty good. The good news is, as we get closer and closer to winter once more, in the west we will see our situation improve, i.e. on the defensive. However, in the east we're going to have hell, so give or take really, isn't it? Right, the weather in the air. So this turn it's clear. In the following turn we're going to see some rain brands over Russia. Which doesn't concern me too much, so I'm fine for that one. Okay, right, production. Okay. So I do believe this is what we had built this turn, or possibly in total, I'm not sure on that one. Damaged. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. I could create a depot there, interesting. Right, well that's something I don't like. Can I have that automated? I'd rather... Oh, bloody hell. Right. Cologne has been damaged. Now this is costing me, but I'd rather have these brought back into working condition. Right. I can't have anything assigned here. So I think we need to run some air superiority. Especially over this area here. Seems you don't have any directives. How large is that? Ah. Okay, so that seems to be the maximum. Okay, we'll go for that then. So we're going to run air superiority over these areas here. Namely, if I can intercept them going through over the Netherlands and to Dusseldorf in that area, that'd be good. Okay, so we do have some air superiority down here as well. It seems my AI has not been doing their job. Right. So I'll have you run air superiority over this area anyway. So I'll have this one at 5 more focus basically. Well, go for about 10 then I guess. Obviously it's a larger area for them to search, but hey ho, they might catch something. Right, there we go. Okay. Now I need to protect these areas here. Now that's quite concerning that I am receiving quite a lot of damage there. We do have one more point of administrative power here, so I'd rather see that something's brought back under full working conditions. Right, armament production is fantastic at the moment, though fuel and heavy industry is suffering. Of course it's hard to deal with the Allied bombing raids, but we can try. There's a lot damaged here. We've dealt with Cologne. Mannheim. What do we produce here? Either way. Ah, Vengeance Weapon Factory. Okay. I don't know what we produce here, but we produce vehicles actually, so that would obviously be like logistical vehicles, just vehicles in general. That sort of thing. It's kind of like a nebulous term, but vehicles. We'll just have to take that one on the nose and assume it is correct. Right, I need to reassign some planes, don't I? You gentlemen. Level bombers. Some patrol aircraft and some torpedo bombers, actually. Actually quite a good number of torpedo bombers. Okay, now we're talking. Where are they? Yes, but at what airbase are they? Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'd like to come off with that. I'm going to assume over here, actually. Yes. Actually, in fact, right, so these are patrol aircraft. Patrol aircraft could be of much value, some more patrol aircraft here. This is a very nice looking plane. Actually, what is it that you carry there? I'm assuming that's a torpedo. I think. I have no idea what it actually is, so I'm going to actually Google that one. Right, so that is a FUG 200 Hohen Twill. Let's find out what that is. Ah, that is indeed the name of the plane. Okay, never mind. Is it? Oh, okay. So it turns out this is actually a maritime patrol radar system. Fantastic. Ah, that's very nice. I do like that, actually. So we could do with those planes being deployed near Sicily. So we'll grab both these patrol aircraft. Oh, I do have, like, Focke-Wulf too. Interesting. What kind of plane is this? Patrol. Okay, so I'm gonna have these planes assigned down here to Sardinia. We do have a lot of airfields in Sardinia, I actually really do appreciate that. Okay. Reconnaissance. Patrol aircraft. I'm keen to find out where... Oh my god, we do have a lot of planes here, don't we? Fucking hell. Right, some Heikels, 111s. These are level bombers, of course. Yonkers 88s. I could really do having these planes sent to where they're needed. Right, these Dorniers. Okay. Ah, torpedo bombers, here we are. H-17s. Yep, torpedo. Okay, we'll have them assigned over down here. I'll have them moved there, actually. Right, so how are these airfields? Let's go check out how they actually are. We do have a significant amount of planes over here. I do have to point that one out. Right, so I'll have you reassigned to Sardinian Air Command. It does worry me, you know. It really does concern me the fact that this, well, the island of Sardinia is not really very well held. Either way. Transports. How odd. Seems I might have to move those planes back then. Okay. There's a good number of planes over Milan. BF-109s, some CR-42s. Yeah, so they're really just ancient. Fighter bomber, very slow actually. 266, yeah, that's a level bomber. Yeah, so you can see how slow that fighter bomber is if it's like pretty much the same speed as a bloody bomber. Centauro. That's some good speed actually. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Some decent range on those planes as well. Right. I'll have them reassigned down here, actually, to the Sardinian Air Force. Then I might have Sardinia run air superiority over the region here. Right, so Sardinia. And, Sardinia. Okay. Right then. Air superiority. So just namely over here then. That's basically what I want. Let's try for about 5, but a little bit large, isn't it really? That'll do. Okay. Ah, right, yes. Okay, fair enough. Right, so I want to take a look at this. Okay. I do wonder if I should build another depot. I mean, it wouldn't be such a bad idea to build another depot. Basically, have another depot built so that when we... well, possibly when we have to fall back, if we do indeed, we'd have another depot to supply our troops with, but of course that leads to complications. Possibly some more on the mainland in the future. Or maybe more in northern France, actually. I mean, I could do with another depot. Well, pretty much behind, our most important positions. That could be quite helpful. Well, it could be very helpful, really. Indeed. Right, I want to see these air bases. Can we have these air bases expanded? Bloody hell. Why do you have control over that airbase? That's rather interesting. Either way. Right, you can't expand it. Do you have to have units in the actual area to expand that air? Possibly. Or the airbase. Can't assign anything from the reserve. Right, yes, you can see here the heavy AA. So what do we have here? 88 flaks? Oh, 90 millimeter. 90. Light flak, apparently. Italian. Right, heavy flak. Yeah, the 88s, and then some 20 millimeters. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you can see these units are getting a little bit better over here now. That's good to see. If I could afford to take them off the front lines and have them basically regain their strength, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, so you can see here they're starting to gain that power back. That's good. The good news is as well we have another rifle division here, well, infantry division. And you can see they have gained some strength back, so that's fantastic. That's what I am liking to see here. Right, interdiction levels. So this basically shows our interdiction levels around these areas. So it seems that over here we have a high chance of interdicting them. At least I think so. It might be the opposite way round in all honesty. In fact, it does indeed appear to be the opposite way round. Seems like going anywhere near the British Isles is pretty dangerous, and anywhere near here is pretty dangerous. So I guess this is an idea of like where they are. I think this is what... Yes, this is what we can see. That's kind of obvious. So obviously because we're not doing reconnaissance, we can't really see much. Fair enough. It is a shame that we have lost some of these industrial positions over here. I mean, there wasn't anything really important there on the island. I don't think we have any actual industry. But still, it's a loss that I'd rather not have taken. I tried. Not too much I could have done about it, however. Right, so let's run this air phase and see what we can commit to. So I'm going to set our directives. And we're going to execute. See what we deal with here. Right, I really do need to find out about these operational losses here. Perhaps I'm pushing them too hard, perhaps they need more rest, who knows. But I will find out once I read the manual, because I'm not enjoying this. Okay. Yeah, so there was a lot of planes there that I really did not enjoy losing. Okay, so now we're in the land phase, the actual movement phase, my most dreaded one. Okay. So I could have some units behind as a reserve, so I think I'll do that. In fact, I'm loath to take men from this area, so I'll leave these guys here. These men can in fact move back here, they can act as a reserve, I guess. The thing is, they're not really going to... Actually, no, they could gain some strength. Kinda. It's probably more their supplies, really. Of course, they don't have any fuel, so... Even this Volksgrenjäger division's under strength. That's something I don't enjoy finding out. Right, so I can move this headquarters back. There we go. Can I assign any, artillery here? Oh yes, howitzers, and a construction battalion. Not entirely sure what that'll allow me to do, but hey ho, might as well bloody have it. But it may allow us to dig in faster, who knows. Right. So I have a force of Volksgrenjägers that I can have moved onto that position there, which I will do. Okay, so that's now a fairly well-held position, I suppose you could say. So we've got levels of fortification here. So the mountain is obviously going to be fucking fantastic. It's a fucking mountain. Good luck trying to get up a mountain. To the flanks, we're dug in by level 2 over here, so that's pretty damn nice. Of course, the terrain's rough, and it's rough over here too. Now, these Volksgrenjägers, I would be very happy to break them up. Not too happy, I suppose you could say, but I'd like to break them up so I can have my forces moved. And, I don't think the raw numbers really matter as much. We'll see. So in fact, I'll have that move back there, you can move into there. So, this is like the relatively... Well, you can see here the defensive strengths, I suppose. I do believe this indeed represents defensive strength if I press Z. Yes, I do believe so. I'll have to check that one out. Okay. In fact, that could be the defensive. Not entirely sure on that one. So that's something for me to find out, isn't it? Can't support... assign any support units, I should say. Okay. So you can be on reserve. Those men are on reserve as well. Okay, we are doing fine with headquarters, are we not? What do you have? Do you have any howitzers? You do have some howitzers actually, so if I can have you near the front lines, then at least we'd have some howitzers there to potentially join in the battle. Potentially, anyway. Yes, these guys are gaining strength back. These men are here. Okay. That's good. That's very good news. We don't have any administration points, so that's a shame, but, yeah, oh well. So far as yet... the line is held, and hopefully will continue to do so. Sicilian air. Okay. It does concern me the fact that I can't take really any units from the front line to have them refit, which is an issue and it's something I would have rather been able to avoid. Now, if I fell back, obviously, I could reduce the amount of men I would need, and of course, that would increase the amount of men that could be in refit, but then again, it makes the line weaker as the fact is I'm going to have to dig in again. It's not good. It's not good at all. So in fact, I mean, that's a good point, actually. And how many men's in this headquarters? Quite a good number. Assigned support, I should say. Okay, you basically have some AA. That's about it. Indeed. Right, what I might do then is in fact move these Panzergrenadiers forward here. They should... Well, if I break them up, I don't think they'll be on refit anymore, so I'm going to keep them on those ports. We're going to keep them gaining, really. Right, now the Hermann Göring division's actually gaining strength here. So that's something due to the fact that they're receiving their natural replacement. It does seem as though they've gained strength, actually, so that's good to see. Very good to see. I mean, I could potentially take these Volksgrenjägers and have them redeployed, but where would I deploy them now? That's an issue. This position does concern me a little bit, but we do have these men from... yes, they fled the... I don't know how you say that. Division. I suppose it's not as bad as I'm imagining here. I mean, if we take a look, bring up my trusty drawing tool here. I like purple, we'll go with purple this time. So, the front line we hold now is kind of like that. There we go. Obviously this does not matter. So I'll just colour that in with black. Go back to the purple. Okay, so that is our front line at the moment. Of course, the Allies, well, they're basically here. I imagine they'll occupy that position in time. So what we're going to have to worry about is the fact that they're going to be able to concentrate men. So the positions that are at risk from concentration of Allied efforts are here. As you can see here, these two ones. Over here as well. That and that. So 4 out of 5 positions here are at risk of being hit by at least 6 divisions, potentially more, potentially less, most likely less, but they're at risk of that. So that is fairly dangerous. I mean, we do have the mounted position over here, so that's fantastic. So now if we were to retreat, I'd imagine we'd have to retreat to... I'd be loath to lose that airbase, as that airbase really does give me a lot of potential. So, I mean, I would say draw back to here, but even then, that's not the best position. I would say the second best position to draw back to would be, in fact, here. Of course, we would lose that airbase, which is a big shame. But the fact is that they would only be able to have, at most, 2... well, this position here, at most, would see attack from 1. This division here, well, this hex here would see attack from 2. So, of course, it's got to be balanced out, but I think the position we hold now is the best we're going to get. And as we can see here, the Americans and the British failed to break through. So that's a good sign. Very good sign. I mean, sadly, I did lose a lot of air bases. I did not really... I didn't really take into account how bloody important they were. I mean, that one... That one there, that... Good number of air bases lost there. Good number. And of course there's one there. I don't think they're using that one though. I doubt it. And of course there's another one here. And there. I missed that one. So yes, there's a number of air bases here that we are going to have to deal with. So I do wonder if we can see the Allied... Well, no, I won't be able to see the Allied disposition of air forces anymore. Okay, so it's looking good over there. Right. The issue, of course, is the fact I don't really have a reserve. Which is why I'm hoping those Italian forces will be ready soon. I'd like to base a reserve near Naples, in all honesty. But then again, let's take a look at these rails. Okay, so these rails aren't too bad right now. I mean, the rails down here are pretty nice. So that's fair to see. Righto. The date is the 14th of August. So, let's see how long we can hold this position here. There's a good number of turns left to go. Can we find that one out? Yes, end at start of turn 110. Indeed. We just need to hold out here. We need to hold out. I'm trying to think of positions where we could hold in the event of an Italian invasion. Which is why I think I'm going to probably withdraw some forces, in all honesty. I think I might take the Panzergrenadiers and possibly the German infantry divisions. I do have a few reserves here in the name of the coastal divisions, but... Actually, no, I could have the coastal regiments taken out and sent back to Italy. But I'd rather have some proper German forces to hold Italy. Indeed. Okay. So that's a scary thought. I might even have them sent over to Sardinia, or possibly Corsica. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, do let me know down in the comments, and until next time, thank you for watching, and do subscribe for more. Goodbye for now.